Hey guys, welcome back to Wolfpack Customs. Today I'm going to be combining two of my favorite things, Star Wars and Mad Max. To fit in with the Mad Max theme, I'm using a lot of browns. So I started with this Rust-Oleum camo paint and then mixed a Vallejo tan with a darker brown from Citadel to get kind of like a middle tone brown. To add some contrast on the armor, I'm going to add some light gray in a few spots just to break up all the brown. I'm also going to add some stripes, and I decided to go with a dark red because I feel like it's really easy to weather and it also matches really good with the browns we're going to be using. To break up the brown even more, I'm going to do a camo pattern. And I decided to try a new technique. So just like if you were going to do chipping on a Warhammer model or like a miniature tank, I'm going to do that same thing. So I'm going to sponge some gray all over the armor. And then with a light tan or a light gray, I'm going to just outline the shape of those splotches of gray. I also use that light gray to hit all the edges for some extra weathering. To protect all the work we just did, I'm going to spray it with a matte varnish and then go pretty heavy with a dark, I did a black wash. First, 2 or 3 heavy washes, and then I did a brown wash. To add some more weathering, I'm going to do the same thing I did before, but this time with the black. So just sponge off most of the paint, and then on a lot of the highest areas of the armor and throughout a little bit of the middle part, I'm going to add some blast marks or some dirt or whatever this guy was getting into. Just like with the black, I'm going to go in very lightly with some sponge brown. This is a lighter brown, just to add a little bit more weathering to the armor. So for the armor construction, it's the exact same as my Jungle Striker Commando video. So if you have any questions, go check that out. If not, you can leave a comment and I'll be sure to answer your questions. Again, to break up the brown, I wanted to add something else in the middle, so I took out his abdomen armor and I wanted to do like a cloth sort of pouch thing. I don't know really what it is, but this is a really flexible fabric I got off some old pants. Just measured it to size and then wrapped an elastic band around it. It's 1/8 elastic band that you can get from like Walmart or any craft store. I cut this down to size, wrapped that band around, glued it, and then glued this piece of fabric to that band so it's not glued directly onto the cloth undersuit. So for the shoulder pad, which is one of my favorite parts of Max's armor, I took the abdomen piece I didn't use and used 2 pieces of leather and glued them all together, and took that light gray I used earlier, which is kind of chalky, just like in those pictures earlier, and mashed it into all the nooks and crannies, and then dry brushed over the top to hit all the highlights so it looks like dust or dirt is crammed into the nooks and crannies of that armor. There are a lot of different ways to get like a leather effect, and for these ammo canisters or whatever they are, I did a dark gray. I used Rhinox hide and then did some stippled scrag brown, which is just a lighter brown over the top, and just did little gashes and teeny little cuts around the stippling just to sell that weathered leather look. For this cloth bedding, I just took a pair of old khaki pants, cut off a strip of them, rolled them up, and then used some 1/8 elastic band again, and just wrapped 2 little bands around to hold it in place. And then also it makes it a lot easier to glue to the plastic above it. For his comma, I really wanted to go for a lot of layers and nasty, grimy look. So I took some faux leather cord that's suede and cut it down the middle and kind of used the blade of my knife to nasty it up. Same with the khaki pants. I cut a little piece of khaki pants to put it in between, and then sandwiched it all with some leather, and did the same chalky dry brush technique that I did on the shoulder armor. I also took a brown wash and went all over the place, and then some brown and just dabbed it all over. Got to make this guy look super dirty and filthy. The visor, I start totally in black and then work my way up in blues. So I'll start with a dark blue, move my way up to a light like sky blue, and then we'll hit it with the teal, and then at the very end I'll do a teal mixed with white, and then just the smallest amount of white, just to sell that glowing effect. To get a shiny visor, I use Vallejo gloss varnish and just dab it on. I don't brush it on, just to make sure I don't get any brush marks on the final look when it dries.
And here we go.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun on this project. Got to stretch my creative muscles and got to really weather this guy up. A lot of times I kind of stick to pretty clean looking things, so it was fun to kind of dirty this guy up as much as I wanted to. I also got to use a lot of really cool parts from Skylu 3D Design. The pouches on his abdomen and this awesome ARC Trooper gun. So if you are looking for anything like that, check him out on Instagram and CG Trader. He's got some awesome stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, it means a lot. Thank you again for watching, and may the Force be with you.